Welcome back to the Shipyard. Today, well, we had the good. This is the bad, perhaps verging on the ugly. It's Wave 23's USS Montgolfier. It's a Sabre class ship in combination with the Jaeger. Jaeger? Yeah, no. The model does look a little better than the blind booster. You get a nice little silver metallic paint job. Um, but yeah, this is from an era of, well, bad. It's 3233, it's 22 points, it's very overpriced at that level. And the named ability here is well, interesting. If your ship has an opposing ship target locked during the activation phase, you may switch the target lock to a different ship within range 1 to 3 as a free action. Okay, so once you've taken an action to target lock, um, you kind of look around during your action phase and you go, okay, am I going to shoot at that ship? I don't know. I'll shoot at somebody else. The problem is that you have to have first established target lock, and this would just be better if it was free target lock. You know, you get that, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's something. The other problem is the whole ship class is meant to fire torpedoes, and your base plate is 90 forward, no rear, and that's just rough. It's a maneuverable ship, white turns come about, but that's not enough. Generic is not going to help you either. Uh, Captain Orfil Quinteros, not really going to help you either. For an action, roll 3 defense dice, repair 1 damage to your hull for every evade result. Place 1 Ox power token beside your ship for each point of damage you repair with this action. So the better you do, the longer you're not taking actions. And that's a rough trade. I like the repair nature. I think that he has a place. The problem is he shouldn't be penalizing you for rolling well. It's already hard enough to roll evades here. You're going to probably hit 1, maybe 2. But then, on top of that, you're going to lose out on actions for a long time. And that's hurtful. On top of that, he was the only captain in this pack, and that makes matters worse. We did get time token torpedoes, but they were 5 points, and they were way too expensive. Plus, you only got 1 battle station convert into a crit, and you got to fire from your rear arcs, except the class had none. Useful on other things, but yeah, 5 points, they were not. Heavy Graviton Beam is a weapon that I want to like, but there's problems here. It's a 3 dice, range 1 to 2, attack, discard. The defending ship rolls -1 defense die against this attack, right? So I'm not hating it right now. It's an interesting bring under the Romulan upgrade that lets you hide a weapon. It's not even a terrible upgrade underneath Quark. But you can only fire this weapon from your forward firing arc. If fired against a Borg ship, you get 3 more dice. And the defending Borg ship cannot roll any defense dice, so against like a scout cube, that's something. It's interesting, but I think it was overpriced. I think it didn't quite do enough, and the range 1 to 2 limitation, while thematic, just hurts a bit too much in attack wing. Maybe with 4 dice, that would be something. But if I want this to work, see, at range 1 from my normal ship, I'm already getting 4 dice. At range 2, I can just take a scan action and I get this effect. So this card's only useful to me if I'm going up against Borg. And since I can't guarantee that, aside from some like mission play or campaigns, I don't really know that the heavy graviton beam has a place. Uh, but I don't think it's a terrible card. It's a neat idea. Uh, the problem also is you get one use of it, and then it's discarded. So I don't love it from that either. The Subspace Transmitter is a 5-point tech. It's an action disable. To target a friendly ship within range 1 to 3, place a scan token beside your ship and the target ship. So that's kind of nice. But 5 points to do what is typically the least effective action in the game. Unless you've got some scan synergy. But even then, are you really depending upon it as a every other round, and then you're sinking so many actions into this? Something like this shouldn't be disable, it should be time tokens, or it should, if it is the disable, it shouldn't be 5 points. Thruster Array is a card that isn't actually bad. It's an action discard to immediately do a 1 or 2 backup. Now, granted, it's a red maneuver, so you're going to action and then take an Aux Power for it. But it's I'm in a bad spot. I need to back up. And backing up can save you. So I do think that Thruster Array is a card that a lot of us have forgotten about. Perhaps for good reason. Maybe it is the case that Thruster Array doesn't save you. But I do think there are times where backing up can be an interesting trick. Now, I would like this a whole lot more if it was time tokens, even if it was like 4 time tokens. Because the discard on this is just a heavy price, and only getting one use of my tech is something I want to get really good tech for, not just a one-time backup. All right. And the one crew that came in this pack was Wesley Crusher. I know, shut up, Wesley. During the activation phase after you move, if there is an Aux Power token beside your ship, you may disable this card to perform an action from your action bar. Okay, that much is nice. Or during the activation phase after you move, you may disable this card to perform an action listed on one of your tech upgrades as a free action. The choice is nice. However, getting one bonus action, granted it's disabling Wesley, but still, getting one bonus action now versus having to re-enable him later just to potentially do it again, is not worth the 5 points. Now again, that's fine. We've established the cost. The effect is intriguing because there are some ships, the NX Enterprise, the ISS Defiant, the ISS Avenger, that thrive on auxiliary power. Vulcan ships run Aux Power. And so getting a bonus action while you're under Aux actually has a role. Wesley could make an interesting captain on the Dauntless. I don't know how far I'd take that. But given that the Dauntless has all the tech slots, Wesley could have a role there. However, disabling him kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm talking like very fringe, very niche application. But I at least want to throw something out there to consider because I hate being completely negative about a pack. But yeah, overall, this is a pack that it's really tough to find a redeeming quality. Thruster Array is probably the best thing. Heavy Graviton Beam might also be there. But in all truthfulness, I don't remember ever bringing any of these cards to any event, casual, competitive, uh, thematic mission, campaign, anything, because these cards are all just that overpriced and everything else. So take that for what it's all worth and make your own decisions. But that has been Wave 23's the USS Montgolfier, and that has been me for the Shipyard. Until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.